All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. Today, you guys, I actually did want to get into a couple topics here. I know I more than likely will be doing a part two because there was actually a lot that I did want to share, but you guys know I don't like to make these videos too long. And things like that. But again, if this is you guys' first time watching me, my name is Joy. I am a narcissist abuse coach. I've been dealing with narcissists since 2006, and since 2017, I have been helping former victims, now survivors, heal, move on, and recover after dealing with narcissistic abuse. You guys, several topics here. So the first topic, now again, I always do get these topics for my live. So again, I do appreciate you guys for coming in on the live. Make sure that you guys do continue to keep doing that, as it definitely does help with the channel, and it helps with folks that are dealing with narcissists, those that are recovering, or just giving folks that have never dealt with narcissists that may meet a person that's a narc, that's going to give them the information and the knowledge that they need to help overcome narcissistic abuse. I wanted to talk about, this is just a recap. We did talk about this on the live, but again, just recognizing the warning signs. Someone was just saying, some warning signs that, you could be dealing with a narcissist. Let me see here. Let me pull it up. Yeah, so the person was just saying, I think it's important to identify a narc early on, as so to avoid damage later on. Are there any warning signals? That's what he said, warning signals. And I'll probably try to link a video below where I kind of identify a narcissist. I actually need to kind of organize my videos to get them organized via each topic, so you guys can kind of go to the specific playlist that will help you. But basically some warning signals just right off the bat, just an individual moving too quick too soon, a person really just love bombing you in the beginning. Maybe they're getting too personal too soon. So, maybe they're asking you too many personal questions. Now, it's nothing wrong with getting to know a person, but a narcissist is very nosy. So they want to know, what are your triggers, what are your traumas, because they're going to use that pain against you, or they're going to use that trauma against you to re-traumatize you, to re-hurt you at a later time, and things like that. Some other warning signals, identifying a narcissist is, lack of empathy, the inability to forgive. They feel superior. They feel very entitled to others. They are very childish. They're very petty. They're very drama filled. These individuals love to fight, fuss, and argue all the time. They like mess. They like, things to be messy. And these individuals are very, very toxic. And, they have a history of failed relationships, meaning they're always blaming their ex-partner, right? Now, again, if you've had history of relationships that didn't work out, totally understandable. But what's the difference between a normal person and a narcissist is they're always blaming their previous relationship, and they usually haven't forgave that person, or they haven't let it go, or they try to retaliate, or they'll try to be forceful and aggressive, and try to do things to get back at that person for maybe leaving them or maybe rejecting them and things like that. So that's how you can tell the difference between a narcissist versus a normal person, especially when a relationship ends, because a normal person would just let it go. They'll move on with their lives. They wouldn't worry or care about what their previous person was doing. So that's a big warning sign. Does the narc, talk bad about, their previous person that they deal with? And 9 times out of 10, a lot of them do. I know that the narc that I dealt with did. He didn't take any accountability. That's the other thing. Narcissists, some warning signals that they don't take any accountability. They're never wrong. They always have to be right. They need constant attention. They demand it if you don't give it to them. Or they'll act out, they're, like I said, they're very childish individuals, and things like that. Some other warning signs is they mistreat other people. They'll mistreat innocent people. They'll be very nasty. They'll be very evil, cold, calculated. and they're always, gossiping. They're always, just looking for trouble. They're always in trouble, looking for trouble, and looking to start something. So, those are some big warning signs of a narcissist. Very materialistic, very egotistical, but don't say anything about them because, they're going to be really like triggered, right? So they can talk all this mess about somebody else, but if you try to talk mess about them, then, it's a whole big ordeal. So they can't, whatever they dish out, they can't get that back because they're not able to handle that. So, those are some warning signals of that, you could be dealing with a narcissist. And, this person is always competing with other people. They're always putting people down. They're always trying to make themselves feel better by making somebody else miserable or trying to hurt somebody else's feelings and, and things like that. So, just some things to be on the lookout for, Now, this is so crazy, you guys, and I do want to do like a part two, like I said, but just be careful of, how the narcissist, I guess this is another way in which it could be a warning signal of, you dealing with the narcissist, but just generally speaking, you have to be careful about maybe people you call your friends being around the narcissist, because this actually happened to me many years ago before I went no contact with the male narc back in 2014. I want to say this happened between 2012 and 2013 when, the narcissist and I, we had a connection and things like that. And this was before I found out that he was a narcissist. And what happened is that the narcissist, they will abuse you behind the scenes. They'll bully you, they'll antagonize you, they'll stalk you, harass you, and they'll treat you like crap right behind the scenes. But when it comes to like your friends and stuff and other people that you could be affiliated with, they'll treat them really good because, the narcissist plays upon, confusion, trickery, deception, and stuff like that. So in order to keep you stuck, I guess that's the other topic, the narcissist wants to keep you stuck to them, right? Or they want to bind you to them, or they want to make it so that you can't leave them or you can't move on and, you can't break free of them, right? So what they'll do is they'll treat you like crap behind the scenes. And then, they may treat other people that you may know or affiliated with really good. So that way, if you were to ever say anything about them, or you may speak up on, like if they mistreated you or they tried to hurt you or harm you, or they maybe had somebody else try to do it, then that person probably wouldn't believe you due to the fact that the narcissist didn't behave that way to them. You know what I mean? And the narcissistic parent does this as well. That's why they have the different dynamics in the cult, the narcissistic family cult. They have different roles for each child. So again, you have the lost child, you have the hero child, you have the scapegoat, and things like that. Hero child, I don't know if I said that, but yeah, you have the different roles. So the narc parent will treat each child differently. So if, let's say, if the siblings are, within the household and they may try to vent to their sibling, the hero child and the scapegoat are not like, they have two different experiences with the narcissist. And that's how it may be if you have some mutual friends between the narcissist, and maybe you might try to talk about what has happened to you, that person may not understand where you're coming from because they have a different experience than you, right? Or let's say, if the narcissist is trying to get something from you, maybe they hurt you or betrayed you, maybe they try to apologize, and then they come back and stuff like that, and then they're being nice to you. A lot of times they're doing that because, again, they want something from you, or they're trying to get some sort of personal gain, and things like that. So that's the only way in which, I guess, quote unquote, a narcissist would try to come back and apologize, or use manipulation and things like that. But as far as the narcissist manipulating your friends to keep you stuck within a connection with them, that's very common. I know, because I actually had someone that I was friends with actually for quite some time. And, I had told her about the narcissist. She knew about him and stuff like that. And, the narc and I, we would have conversations. We would talk on the phone and things like that. We would hang out. And, she had begun to know him and stuff like that, right? So what the narcissist did, the narcissist wanted to gain a relationship with my friend. So that way, even though the narcissists, they do their dirty work behind the scenes, behind closed doors, right? That's where they do the abusive work, or, they'll do their little like sneaky plots and sneak attacks and stuff like that. So they'll do that behind the scenes, but then in the open, they'll pretend to be something else, or they'll try to pretend to be innocent. But what happened is, I remember telling her, my friend at the time, like, hey, because even though the narcissist will be nice to you sometimes, but they'll also, the mask will come down because they can't keep that facade up for too long, because it's they're not being themselves. The narcissist doesn't want to not be themselves at the end of the day. So eventually the mask came down or whatever. And so, anyways, I went on to tell my friend, I'm like, hey, like, this is what he was doing, this and this and that. And she was like, oh, girl, oh, no, like, I like him and this and that, girl. Like, no, stay with him and this and that. So the narcissist will use that tactic. They'll be nice to your friends or nice to people that maybe that's close to you, or maybe people that you look up to, or people that you respect, or people that you trust. They'll be nice to them, so that way they can trick you into thinking that they are a good person, and they want to keep the abuse going. They want to keep you attached to them. They want to keep you binded to them. You get me? And I was confused at that moment in time. I'm like, wait, why is she saying that? And I went through this behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? And so they do that on purpose, but luckily, I was able to break free and move on. So, just understand that the narcissist could be using this tactic on you. They could be trying to manipulate your friends, or manipulate people that's close to you, or people that you look up to, or people that you respect. So that way they can keep you stuck, or they can keep you binded to them, or keep you connected to them in some way. So that way, you don't move on, and you don't find your happiness and find peace. Because the narcissists, they're miserable. Like I said, they're miserable people. They are very unhappy, very dissatisfied, and they want to keep you the same way. They want you to feel how they feel. You know what I mean? And it's sad, but that's the life they chose. It is what it is. You get me? So, but yes, but more on that. Yes, the narcissist definitely will try to find ways to keep you stuck. And in other ways, the narcissist will try to keep you stuck is, they'll do spiritual attacks, or like I said, they'll do magic, they'll do spell work, they'll do rituals, and they'll spy on you. You know what I'm saying? And they'll try to put on a facade. They'll try to pretend like they're innocent. They try to pretend like they're not doing stuff behind the scenes. They're not saying stuff and starting gossip and drama and lies and rumors and saying things that are not true. You know what I'm saying? They try to pretend like they're not doing that stuff, but they are, and they think that they're not going to get caught, or they think that it's not going to come back around. And it's just like, that's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. Hold on one second, you guys. I just want to pull something up, just so you guys can just be aware of, if you have a narc in your life, how they may try to keep you stuck. And I guess I kind of went over this too, is they'll fake apologize. They'll fake apologize to you, and they'll try to make it seem like they changed. They'll may say, oh, I'm going to get therapy, or, oh, I'm going to get help, or, oh, I need help. And, oh, that somebody did this to me. Somebody did that to me. So, they'll play the victim also to keep you stuck. Or like I said, they'll try to pretend like they're going to get help, but they don't get help. They don't want help. They feel like there's nothing wrong with them. That's why they don't take accountability, because they're like, oh, well, I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? They think that their behavior is normal, and normal people know that that's not normal. You get what I'm saying? So, hold on one second. Give me one moment here. And in other ways that the narcissist will try to keep you stuck is through finances. They may try to say, oh, I need you to help me financially. Or they say, oh, I can't live without you, or I can't do this without you. They may try to like blackmail you, or try to make you feel guilty, or they may try to make you feel entitled. They may feel entitled over you, or, they'll just try to make you feel bad. You know what I'm saying? To get you to, conform with what it is that they're wanting you to do, or they could try to use force. They try to be like very aggressive or passive aggressive, and, and stuff like that, to try to coerce you to do certain stuff. Or they may try to use sex, because they have those sex addictions. So they may be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and it's just like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Yeah, it says here you can go to Quora.com. It says a narcissist may keep you stuck in a situation by manipulating you, which can have a profound impact on your self-esteem. Narcissistic manipulation. Narcissists can manipulate others through criticism, belittlement, and other means. Yeah. So they'll try to criticize you. They'll try to make you feel bad for wanting to move on. Like I said, they may try to do stuff to you. They may try to belittle you. My bad, y'all. Confirmation. And stuff like that. And then the low self-esteem, and the other thing is too, like, if you haven't done your inner healing, your inner work, that's another way in which they can keep you stuck, because if you haven't worked on the things that's hurt you, or overcome your demons, or overcome your insecurities or your triggers, that's easier for the narcissist to manipulate you, because the narcissist thrives off of negative energy. They thrive off of mess, drama, gossip, and stuff like that. They don't want anything positive. They're not looking for that. Like, you get what I'm saying? They're happy when they can make you feel how they feel. So, it's crazy, but it's the truth. But yeah, it says the constant abuse from a narcissist can gradually erode your sense of self-worth. Yeah, unlikely to change. Narcissists are unlikely to change their narcissistic behaviors because they often lack the self-awareness, motivation, and tolerance for negative feelings to seek therapy. Yeah. And it says, while you can't change a narcissist, you can change how you feel and respond to them. Absolutely. So you don't, and the thing is that all of this is just to make sure that, you don't allow the narcissist to change you, because they really want to do that at the end of the day. They want to change you. They want to make you like them. That's why I say it's very important that you're able to have boundaries, distance yourself, assert yourself in a way to these individuals. Now, of course, they're going to try to like go against it, because narcissist is just like that. But, the thing is that you have to be in control of yourself. The narcissist wants control over you, but only you can allow that. The narcissist has no control over you, only what you allow them to have. That's why they're so nice to you in the beginning, because they trying to get control over you. They want power over you. You know what I'm saying? But once you're like, no, I have the power, and you keep the power, and you don't allow the narcissist to have it anymore. Yeah, it says narcissist sets traps for everyone. See, look here. They're trying to trap you, really. It's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me see here. And like I said, they'll use people against you. Like I said, they'll try to use your friends, or they try to use mutual people, mutual associates. They may try to be real sweet to those people to trick you. And that those people may have, because the narcissist shows up in a certain way to certain people, then they can trick them, and stuff like that, because they don't see what the narcissist does behind the scenes. You get me? But you on the other hand, you see you have a different experience with the narcissist. So the narcissist knows, like, you see right through them. So, it's kind of like the jig is up. It's like, I already see like what you're doing. Like, you get me? So, it's just like, okay, like, just whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah, it says, how did a narcissist try to keep you trapped in a relationship or within a friendship? Because again, whenever the narcissist is connecting, it's not out of love, it's not out of care, it's not out of like interest. Only thing that they're interested in is either exploiting you, for their own personal gain. So it's no love there, no love. And I'm only saying this from experience. Like I said, having a connection with a narcissist, and also being raised by a narcissist. So, living with one for 5 years. Like, although I was like 17 when I was living with my aunt, I was still growing up, and so she essentially did raise me for that period of time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it says a primary strategy, and I already talked about this, so this is just confirmation. It says a primary strategy, and I'm on Quora.com, is to make you believe that you are financially dependent and unworthy of others. Interestingly, once they have you somewhat financially dependent, they heap resentment on you for not contributing enough. They tell you often you can't do anything without them, and this can invade your sense of self-worth. it's a well sprung trap that makes a lot to undo. And or if it's the opposite side, let's say it's a female narc, she will try to become codependent on you because she may want somebody to take care of her. She may want somebody to pay her bills, or she may not want to work and stuff like that. So she may feel like, oh, I'm going to trap this person with a baby, or I'm going to entice this person using sex and stuff like that. And then you're just like, I'm good. Like, because you already can see that it's a setup, it's a trap. So let me see here. Let me take a look. What else? Yeah, this other person said, hold on. It looks like it was okay. It's a guy dealing with a female narc. He said she pretended to be my soulmate while she was intensely working on creating a trauma bond through her careful, calculated push and pull tactics. Before I knew it, I was on heroin level hooked, and her true self came out, a narc, raging lunatic, fronting at a mouth like, it's not letting me read the whole thing, but basically, this person had tactics, so, yeah. Yeah, so eventually their true self is going to come out at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, like, they want something from you. If you are connecting with a narcissist, they want something from you. If you're not going to get it, they're like, hey, I'm going to take it, or they're going to act out, lash out like a child. Like a child will lash out if you don't give them a toy, or a child's going to lash out if they can't get a cookie or something like that. Just like little small stuff. But with a narcissist, it's an adult and an adult body, but they have a childlike mind. They haven't really developed. They kind of missed that developed stage, which is very unfortunate. But it's just like, that's not our fault. Like, everybody has to do their own inner healing, and we're not responsible to heal anybody. We have that responsibility to do as grown adults individually. Like, no one's responsible for anybody. I mean, you're responsible for your kids, but if you're an adult, you are responsible for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So this is a guy. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. This guy says, before we ever met in person, and by the way, a lot of narcissists are online. They do the online dating thing as well, because you can't really see. But you can meet them in person too. They do a good job with, trying to blend in like normal. But once you get to know them and something happens, you'll kind of see the demon come out of them, right? But it says, before we ever met in person, it says, my ex narc had convinced me that everything was good with her and I had nothing to worry about. I was talking to her over a text a few weeks at this point, and she kept pressuring me to meet her in person. So I agreed, and we set a date. The closer I got to this date, the more concerned I felt. Nothing specific happened to cause this. I just had a weird feeling in my gut, like something wasn't right. And when you get that feeling, you guys, I'm telling you, you better listen to that, because if not, it can cost you. But it says, I still can't explain it to this day. I told her to this day or two before we met, and she convinced me that there was nothing for me to worry about and that she was a trusting person. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, since I'm a pretty trusting person. She seemed nice and I liked her, so I gave her a chance. Little did I know what it would turn into. I wish I would have listened to my own senses telling me something wasn't right, but I was fooled. So yeah, these narcissists are very good at fooling people, you guys. I'm telling you, like, they've been doing this. Like I said, it's not only to you, but they do this to everybody that they meet. Like, even the male narc that I met, he had done this to multiple people before me, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the last. You get what I'm saying? And just like same thing with you, like whoever is around you that you feel is a narc. Like I said, if you get that gut feeling, you have to trust that, because if you don't, you could really put yourself in a very bad situation where the narcissist could try to set you up. They may try to get you in trouble. They may try to get you locked up, or they may try to get you to react. They may try to get you put in jail or something, or just get you just really in a bad position. And that's just not something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are no good. And it's very unfortunate that, whatever happened to them made them become that way, but that's not an excuse to go out there and mistreat people. It's unacceptable, and it's not to be tolerated. So you just got to be careful. I'm not trying to scare anybody. This is just a reality. This is the truth here. Remember, we always talk about this channel, Live Narc Free, is the truth. We're truth tellers here. You know, we're not saints. We're not saints at all, because I'm not perfect. Neither is anybody on this planet, but God. And Jesus was perfect. That's it. But God is perfect. Anybody else, nobody else is God. So that means we're all flawed. So, but yeah. So another person, it says a narcissism survivor here. It says, by isolating me and controlling me, doing love bombing and believing what they do and say must be right when it's wrong. Yeah. So yeah, it says narcissists are master illusionists. They manipulate their victim's perception of reality to win them over. A narcissist presents themselves in a way that their victim wants to see them. It is a true love fraud. It is. It says, who is an illusionist? It says it's a trickster who will distract your attention with colorful, exciting distractions, then surprise you with a trick that you can never figure out. Narcissists are the same. They are confident tricksters, con men of human souls. They will trick you to believe that you are the love of their life. They will make you blind with promises of a bright future, exciting travels, loving family, soulmate connection, and passionate love. This that is all bluff, fraud, and false promises. The only goal for the narcissist is to secure you as their victim, who would never dare to get off of their toxic hook. And the person says, ask yourself, do you want to live in a world of lies, deception, illusions, gossip, cheating, and upside down reality? This is a horrific reality of a narcissist's life. Narcissistic abuse is just not just that someone dumped you or who you had little tiff with them. NA is a psychological abuse and brainwashing used intermittent reward and punishment, coercive control, and withholding normal empathetic emotional reactions to lower your self-esteem. So better run away from this trickster who tricks once you love, not for the sake of letting them realize your worth, but for you realize your own worth. Yeah, it's best to run from these individuals. Yeah, it says uncomfortable truth. Love doesn't look like allowing people to mistreat you. You can love people and not want them in your life. You can love people and love being at peace without having the chaos they bring. Love is not traumatizing. That is so true. And I'm going to end it on that note. Love is not traumatizing. Love is not mistreatment. Love is not, bullying, harassing, and, trying to force yourself on somebody. And, that's not love. That's control and manipulation. So, if you have somebody in your life like that, just, and again, not everybody is a narc, but trust me, if you felt inclined to watch this video, you probably are dealing with a narcissist. Now, you do have some people like narcissists that watch this stuff like this because they want to know, like, they're being manipulative too. They may want to know what you have to say because maybe they're trying to figure out if you know what they're doing. And it's like, yes, we know, we understand what you're doing. So it's just like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's on them. If they are wanting to be like this in their life, that's them. You get what I'm saying? But the whole thing is for the victims and the survivors. You don't have to become like this. You can become different. You don't have to become a narcissist, but you cannot skip the inner healing and the inner work. If you skip the inner healing and the inner work, you will become a narcissist. And trust me, being a narcissist is miserable. You do not, I'm telling you guys from firsthand experience. Like I said, I live with these people. I've been around these people kind of like a long time, you guys. It's kind of crazy, like a really, really long time. And you might say like, well, dang, Joy, like, why didn't you become a narcissist? Because for me, like I said, I've seen what it's like. And it's just, no, I don't want to live in misery. I'm good. I'm cool on that. I done been through too much. I'm good. Like, no. I'm good. Like, they can have that life. I'm cool. You get what I'm saying? So, it's a choice though. Everybody has a choice. The narcissist chose misery, and you as a victim and survivor, you don't have to live in misery. It's up to you. Everybody has a choice. God has given us the power of choice, being a human being. Because the thing is, you got to think about it. Cats and dogs, they don't have choices like humans do. The cats and dogs, they can't really like do stuff like human beings. So that's what separates, the four-legged animals to human beings. Like, human beings are special human beings, So you really have to appreciate your life and see the value of, being able to make decisions and, live your life and do things that's going to make you happy at the end of the day. And the thing about it though, you have to make sure you have the right people around you. When you have individuals like narcissists around you, they will ruin your life, you guys. I'm telling you. Firsthand experience. They will try their hardest and they will be very persistent. But you have to be very persistent in saying, no, I'm good. I'm cool. I don't want any parts. If that's what you want to do, that's on you. But I'm good. I'm super cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so I hope that this was helpful, you guys. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. But yeah, hopefully this can kind of help somebody get unstuck or just understand that this is what the narcissist could be trying to do. It's just, it is what it is. But anyway, I love you guys. I would love to know. Oh, real quick, before we go, spiritual attacks. This could be another thing that the narcissist could be trying to do to keep you stuck is spiritually attacking you. You know what I mean? So let me just look this up real quick. We'll save this topic for next week, but let's kind of talk a little bit about being spiritually attacked by. I mean, we already talked about a spiritual narcissist, but a spiritual narcissist may try to attack you spiritually. Some of them, they may try to do it physically in person, but a lot of them, if they're a spiritual narcissist, they'll try to spiritually attack you. So like I said, whether it's like through spell work, they may try to curse you, they may try to hex you and stuff like that. They may try to pay for somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me see. Let me see here. Yeah, it says most do it at some level. You guys, I saw this on Quanta Freedom Healing. It says most do it at some level, even unconsciously. Just because you can't see what's going on an energetic level doesn't mean it's not happening. I've had proof of a narcissist psychically being attacked by a psychic cords to people more than I can tell you. Yeah. Okay, so it says the last trick of a narcissist. They want you to feel completely worthless to break you down to your core. The narcissist's last trick before leaving a relationship is often a discard. This involves suddenly and abruptly ending the relationship without any explanation or warning. So yeah, a lot of narcissists will do this. They'll do like a discard because they try to make you feel bad, especially if they feel like they're not getting something. So they'll try to like move on to another relationship just to hurt you actually. But in actuality, they're just hurting themselves because, yeah, that's what they do, So let me see here. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let's do spiritual attacks. Yeah, the abuser seeks to control over their target, which makes them feel powerful and like they are winning. They often envy their target's capacity. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's read this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, so they try to gain control by spiritually attacking somebody. It says dealing with a narcissist can be problematic, and you need to know what to do when a narcissist is mad at you. When you see the narcissist is enraged, do not continue engaging with them. Physically distance yourself from them as much as possible. Ignore them or avoid any interaction with them. Now, the narcissist, since they may see you doing this, they may try to interact with you or they may try to put themselves in your proximity. But a lot of times they're just doing this to get on your nerves, or they're just maybe doing this to get a reaction and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Or like I said, they may be trying to set you up. Or they may be trying to like start some drama or start some mess. It's just like I'm cool. Just like don't feed into it. You know what I mean? Let me see. And they'll do this because, like I said, somebody gets rejected, or somebody doesn't want them, or somebody doesn't want to have sex with them anymore. And it's just like, yeah, all this for nothing. It's crazy. All this for nothing. Let me see. Okay, so hold on. Let me see here. Okay, well, it's the question on Quora says, why does it feel like there is an attack on a spiritual level with narcissistic abuse? It says, somebody says, because narcissistic abuse is exactly that, a raping of the soul. It's a gut wrenching and hurts as if your heart gets pulled from your chest. You were left in shatters, confused and lost. That's what it says here. It says, given a narcissist's calculated malice, destructiveness, black hatred, false face, false pride, um, sadistic slander, lying, and all the other traits, it's not surprising that people feel this way. The cluster bees literally have every vice commended by the world's religions. When the wicked are mentioned by the Old and New Testaments, cluster bees are exactly who they have in mind. Yeah. Yeah, it says, let's get this. Somebody says, let's get this straight once and for all. A PWNPD will attack everything that is you. They aren't satisfied until they have destroyed every ounce of who you once were, until you turn into a robot that they need you to be. They will continue to whittle away at your mind, body, and soul with great enthusiasm. You will be attacked for everything you believe in and want out of life. Goals you may have to achieve, something that is important to you, the friends you choose, your family, your hobbies. This is why it feels like an attack is being made, because it is. That's what it says. So be careful when you're dealing with a narcissist, because they could be trying to attack you not only physically but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. They also play mind games, so they could be trying to mess with you mentally. They try to play like tricks on your mind. They try to confuse you and stuff like that. So just be careful, you guys. Mm-hmm. Yes, somebody says from their experience, 8 years of abuse, it says it is an attack on the spirit, which is the gift from God that we were born with. I believe that they were sent to steal as much of that spirit as possible, and somehow by destroying us, our spirit is released and made available for the devil to use against God in the fight between good and evil. One reason I feel strongly about this concept is the way the nuns would describe the devil when I was in grade school in the 60s. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Yes. So, let me see. All right, last one, and then we'll finish this up. So somebody says, yes, it really does feel spiritual, like soul rape, but I'm coming to this interesting idea that the real attack is what it causes us to do to ourselves, and that is why it feels like spiritual attack. Unwillingly, we keep stabbing ourselves, hurting ourselves, all the self-doubt, second guessing, breaking our inner boundaries. Obviously, it's in response to their abuse treatment. But if you think of it, healthy self-love just disappears. I remember being an empty shell after the WNPD, and now I'm not, thank goodness, but it's really about how I'm back treating myself with respect and love again. Yeah, so yeah, we'll definitely follow up with this because there's more to it. But yeah, I hope that this video was helpful and insightful. Like I said, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is a real stuff. This is real life stuff. And not only could this be affecting you, but this could be something that could affect your children in the future. So it's good that, you learn about this stuff, because, if you're able to learn this is something that you can pass down to your kids. So that way, when they go out in the world and they maybe deal with a narcissist, then they're able to overcome it. You get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you guys got to remember, narcissists have kids too. And then they're probably raising their kids to behave this way. Or the narc probably had their parent, which was a narc too, and they passed that generational curse, that generational trauma down. You get what I'm saying? And you have to be an individual where you're like, no, like, I'm breaking these generational curses. Like, I don't want to continue that toxicity, that trauma. I don't want to bring that down to my kids, because they're going to be innocent, just like you were innocent. And like I said, you had to make a decision. Did you want to become like the person that abused you, or did you want to become different? You get what I'm saying? So anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope that this video was helpful and insightful. I would love to know, what was your takeaway? What did you guys learn? Any other topics that you guys want me to do, please leave it in the comment box below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure that you do visit my website if you want to learn about how I can support you in any way. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. All right, take care. Love you guys. Bye.